the unexplainable revelation message in the world. After Paul was called, he immediately went to Asia to establish 7 churches and spread the message to Rome. At that time, Rome was considered to be the very center of the earth. Paul's task in doing this was not accomplished because he was the first to feed the lambs of Christ. Later, on the island of Patmos, Jesus appeared in person to John the Elder. Old John was also imprisoned on the island of Patmos for laying down his life for the 7 churches in Asia, which also means crucifixion. Revelation chapter 2 and 3 record that Jesus chose John the Elder as a revelation to shepherd the sheep of Christ. It is also written that these 2 witnesses died and were taken up to heaven. See Revelation chapter 11 verse 3-4. And I will give power to my 2 witnesses, and they will prophesy for 1260 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 lampstands that stand before the Lord of the earth. Verses 7-8. Now when they have finished their testimony, the beast that comes up from the abyss will attack them, and overpower and kill them. Their bodies will lie in the street of the great city, which is figuratively called Sodom and Egypt, where also their Lord was crucified. Verses 10-12. The inhabitants of the earth will gloat over them and will celebrate by sending each other gifts, because these 2 prophets had tormented those who live on the earth. But after the 3.5 days a breath of life from God entered them, and they stood on their feet, and terror struck those who saw them. Then they heard a loud voice from heaven saying to them, "Come up here." And they went up to heaven in a cloud, while their enemies looked on. Paul, a Jew, and old John, a Jew, laid down his life for the Gentiles, for these men of the 7 lampstands. Now the messengers of the 7 churches of the 7 stars chosen from the Gentiles will also present this great love to spread the gospel far and wide, to the descendants of Abraham, and to carry out the mission of feeding the sheep of Christ. Why do they have to sacrifice their lives to spread the gospel to faraway places? It is because the world will crucify the messenger, and Satan and the sons of disobedience will surround the camp of the saints, denying and attacking them. The messengers of the 7 lampstands, if they can keep it, will be united with Christ through the cross. See Ephesians chapter 2 verse 15-17. By abolishing in his flesh the law with its commandments and regulations. His purpose was to create in himself one new man out of the 2, thus making peace. And in this one body to reconcile both of them to God through the cross, by which he put to death their hostility. He came and preached peace to you who were far away and peace to those who were near. The status of the victory is recorded in Revelation chapter 2 and 3, and after the victory, they lived with Christ. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 4-5. But because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ even when we were dead in transgressions. It is by grace you have been saved. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. The light of revelation shines to the ends of the earth.